Okay, this one's a weird one for me, as I'd come into this film completely blind. I didn't look up any reviews, I have no idea about anything of the plot. All I knew is that this film was directly made after Kiki's Delivery Service. So, the next film on the Studio Ghibli list is Only Yesterday. With that being said, I think this video deserves a different approach. I believe the best course of action is to actually talk about my initial reactions and speak a little bit more freely. For the films I've already seen, it's been quite easy to break it down into a formulaic fashion, as I've watched them many times before and it's easy to recall certain aspects of the films. So it kind of makes sense to review the film and then do the whole story afterwards. My initial reactions of the film was, I thought it was quite weird. It didn't feel like a kid's film. Subject matter and the tone seemed very, very real. It took me a while to get into it, but I guess due to the subject matter at hand, it made a hell of a lot more sense. Once I did get into the film, I was very hooked, and I was really invested in the actual story and the characters. So, what is the story about? So this film is about Teiko. Teiko is a 27-year-old unmarried woman, which was a rare thing in early 80s Japan, and early 80s world in general in all fairness. She has lived in Tokyo for her whole life, and decides to take a trip to the countryside to help with the safflower harvest and stay with some relatives, as she's always been envious of her friends when she was younger about being able to go on vacations to the country. When she's travelling, she starts reminiscing about her younger self, her home life, her life at school, going through puberty, first crushes, that kind of thing. When Teiko makes it to the countryside, she's met by Toshio, a distant relative of her brother-in-law, who Teiko barely knows. During her stay, Teiko spends more time thinking about her life growing up, all the good things, all the bad, and through all this nostalgia she starts to question what she wants out of life. Normally this is where I'd start talking about the characters of the film, but I kind of actually want to talk more about the film itself. As I said earlier, this film doesn't feel like it's for kids. It feels more real. This film hit really close to home, and that is a mark of great storytelling. The thoughts are reminiscent about childhood, feeling unsatisfied where you are in life. Are you fulfilled? Are you happy? All those kind of things. I'm an absolute sucker for a character study. This film is a character study and Teiko is the subject. This film was definitely ahead of its time. A film about an unmarried woman set in the 1980s, a woman who has chosen her career over a traditional path of being a wife, a mother, looking after the household, which you would find very to be expected of young women of that time period. This film balances really well the tone and the flashbacks of young Teiko and adult Teiko as she's navigating her new feelings and new sense of identity. What is great about this film is that there are two distinctive art styles. With young Teiko, you have the imagery and the background more pastelic, more muted colours. The edges of the screen are white, as if to indicate they are watching a memory. And like with most memories, we remember them in fragments, and not as clear as we would in real life. With adult Teiko, we get the more standard visual, amazing visuals that you get with Studio Ghibli at this point. Yes, this is my one per video, the visuals are fantastic, get over it. However, one thing you do notice is with the adult Teiko, you see the character designs are more realistic, and the facial expressions especially are, you can see more expressions on their faces. This film was definitely marketed towards women. It was definitely interesting to watch for me, seeing what the characters like to find her new place in life. To take a change of scenery and to realise that maybe there's more to life than what she originally thought. It is a film that deals with change and growing up. It is definitely a film that adults especially can relate to, which is why I think it works so well. Teiko is the vessel where we look at our own lives and have our own level of introspection about things of our own childhood. It's been so interesting to see different styles of the two co-founders of Studio Ghibli. Takahata has managed to make a real-life drama into an animation, but it also works so well that I was really surprised that it hasn't been remade. Note, Hollywood, for the love of God, please do not remake this film. This film's perfect as it is. I must say that Only Yesterday was a pleasant surprise, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who enjoys realistic drama films. And to the female audience, by all means, definitely check this out, because I think you'll have a really good time watching this film. So thank you again for watching this video. If you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, comment down below, share this over social media and all that jazz. It really helps me to grow this channel. Please support the channel. And the next film to be looking at, I'll be looking at rather, will be my good old flying pig friend, El Porco Rosso. And I love this film. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I'm really looking forward to talking about Porco Rosso again. So yeah, thank you for watching once more, and ciao.